Well guys, welcome back to the nest. Hope you're all keeping well. Busy day yesterday, very important day for us all, but I'm not going to get too into that. Hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back for another movie review. Like I said in the last video, I was only going to be reviewing one movie from 1966. Let me get this proper angle. Which was The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and yeah, we got that. We're now on to 1967 as a result. Now, this is another Disney film, but it's sad to say this was the last Disney movie that was produced by Walt Disney just before his death. He died the previous year, so this was released in 1967. The film is The Jungle Book. I gotta say, I really enjoyed this movie. Hard to believe that was 55 years ago, 1967. Can I just say, guys, I love Disney. You know, it's been one of my favourite movie companies of all time so far. We just have to see where the rest of it's going to take us. The Jungle Book is about a young boy who gets who is orphaned, who is found by a black panther named Bagheera. He is brought to a pack of wolves, where he is named Mowgli. I can kind of understand why they call him Mowgli. I found out that Mowgli actually means frog. I can understand why they would call him that. He's grown up, he's now 10 years old, he's learned how to speak with the animals. I do have to say, in this movie I saw that there was a lot of recycled animation, I saw that in in the stone, specifically whenever Arthur's older foster brother was hit in the head by a club. That was recycled from 101 Dalmatians whenever Jasper got hit in the head by a club. But yeah, I realised that a lot of this had a lot more recycled animation. A lot of it wasn't properly dubbed, but I also think it's because in that time, after Disney was financially suffering a lot, they just had no choice but to keep using animations that were already incorporated. But Mowgli loves living in the jungle, but sadly he must leave immediately because Shere Khan, the tiger, had returned to their part of the jungle. And he will surely kill the boy and all who try to protect him. But yeah, it's a whole journey of Bagheera trying to take Mowgli back to the man village because the evil tiger Shere Khan is out to kill Mowgli. I think the main reason why, nobody actually knows why. You can understand why he fears fire and guns, which are both made by man, but I also think a human must have shot Shere Khan maybe. Yeah, it's never explained properly why, but in real life you can kind of understand, because tigers are one of the most endangered species in the world because humans are hunting them, so it's no wonder Shere Khan holds a big grudge against Mowgli. I do love this movie so much. Also the characters, I have to say, before I go any further, the characters all are completely different to each other. Bagheera is so serious and Mowgli is fun-loving. Shere Khan is ruthless. Then we've got Kaa, the snake. Say now, what have we got here? It's a man-cub, a delicious man-cub. I gotta say, even though he is bad in this movie, he's more comic than Shere Khan. He tries each time to eat Mowgli, but he fails. Oh, that's my watch charging up. I don't know if snakes can actually hypnotise their prey with their eyes. I do know that they just lay in wait. I don't think they actually use their eyes to hypnotise, but maybe that's just something Disney decided to give Kaa in this movie. I also found out in the original book that the movie's based off was that Kaa is more of a friend to Mowgli in the book, but in this one he's an antagonist. I found out the reason why is because we wouldn't sympathise with the snake character, but I guess you can sympathise with anything. I mean, snakes are carnivorous, yeah, but the thing is, so is Bagheera. He's a carnivorous animal. He's he's a black panther, which is basically a black leopard. They all eat, in Africa they eat antelope and deer in India, because that's where this jungle is set in India. The elephants, I think, I always wonder why they decide to make the elephants like a marching troop. Never really understood why. But Colonel Hattie does seem very boring, if that's the word. And of course we have the lovable bear, Baloo. um, Baloo, I gotta say, is a very fun-loving character. You know, he's so laid back, and the only thing he looks for in life is the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. Luckily, I've managed to get more footage. I've managed to format this camera, so I've got more storage on it now. Let me just. But yeah, Baloo actually genuinely cares for Mowgli, and he understands that he wants to stay in the jungle forever, but Bagheera is still opposed to letting him stay because Shere Khan's still out there. I don't know if the monkeys are bad. Like King Louie, even though he gets Mowgli kidnapped, like, is he bad though? Because he just wants Mowgli there to make fire for him. You know. I wanna be like you, ooh, ooh, ooh. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. You see it's true, an ape like me can learn to be like someone like me. I gotta say, it's a very comical way. You know, with the monkeys, I guess the monkeys do have the same characteristics of they would in real life. Like, they're cheeky, they take stuff off you. I've seen footage of like vervet monkeys in Africa. Say you've got stuff in your jeep, you know, they come in and take it all away from you. But yeah, an orangutan. I have seen footage of actual orangutans like doing DIY work, you know, when you're like scrubbing like the boardwalks that they're on, you know, trying to use a hammer with nails. They're very intelligent creatures. Sure, that's where we come from. But I also will say, very comical way they decide to get rid of King Louie. Like, Baloo tries to make his big temple collapse by just tickling him. And that's what I call a swinging party. However, Baloo does understand that once Shere Khan's involved, Mowgli has to go back to the man village. But he runs away, and finally they show Shere Khan. Like, I do understand, no matter how much they talk about him, I do think Shere Khan should have got a lot more screen time in this movie, because he's the main antagonist, you know, he's so evil, you know. Now for my rendezvous with the little lost man-cub. You know, no wonder all the inhabitants of the jungle fear him greatly. Like, he don't. But the thing is, he doesn't even rule the place. And I want to know if Mowgli did get brought to the man village, Shere Khan would surely just come in to the man village anyway and try and take him down then. But I suppose if he fears all the guns and fire, then he wouldn't. Gotta love the vultures in this movie as well. I actually found out that they're modelled after the Beatles. You know, they actually did try to get them to do voiceover work for this movie, but John Lennon was like, no, I do not want to do voiceover for an anime movie. But they did. I forget who it was, but they did manage to get some sort of British invasion musician for one of the vultures. I can't remember who, but sure enough, the climax comes around. I gotta say, I can't believe Baloo was very nearly killed in that action, you know, for such a fun-loving character, so laid back, and he very nearly got killed by Shere Khan. But Mowgli manages to tie a burning branch to his tail, and he runs away, never to be seen again. And all Stripes took off like a flaming comet, he did! However, Baloo manages to recover, and Mowgli does end up going back to the man village. He sees this beautiful girl come down to the river to fetch water, but she deliberately drops her jug of water because, you know, she obviously likes Mowgli, you know, quite taken with him, and she wants him to follow her. And Mowgli's made up his mind. He's where he belongs now. I guess you're right. But I still think he would have made one swell bear. Bagheera, I gotta say, towards the end there was great character development. Like, he did feel sorry for Baloo whenever he was nearly killed. He was quite annoyed whenever he saw that, you know, he was alright in the end. Well, he legitimately nearly got killed, but he did hold up the act for quite a while. And, you know, in the end, he's actually happy to sing the bare necessities with Baloo, you know, his arm over his shoulder, and, you know, they just head back into the jungle, just happy that Mowgli's safe with his own kind. Such a happy ending. Like I said, I do think Shere Khan should have got a lot more screen time, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, it's nearly towards the end. He's only seen like in like 3 scenes. You know, first whenever, as soon as Mowgli runs away, they come across Colonel Hattie again, and then later on when Kaa tries to eat Mowgli again, you know. But even Kaa, no matter how many tries he tries to comically eat Mowgli and fail, he fears Shere Khan, and he does sympathise at one point, you know, picking on that poor little helpless boy. But then he remembers, oh yeah, I was going to eat him, but fails again. Shere Khan's even immune to Kaa's hypnosis. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. You know, it's been a while since I've reviewed a Disney movie. I think the last one we reviewed was The Sword and the Stone from 1963. I gotta say I'm in love with the Disney movies. You know, very soon, you know, there's going to be more Disney reactions on this channel. The regular James Bond, and you know, I'm really looking forward to see where this channel keeps going. And I love seeing you guys coming in and seeing these new movie reactions. The movie reactions, I feel like, have been getting a lot better views. As I said in the last video, I'm promoting them on my TikTok from now on. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Do check out The Jungle Book from 1967. Love you all to death. Like, comment what you would like to see next. Share with your friends. Subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Love you all to death.